Hey everyone, welcome back. We are in the early modern era as the Spanish. And if you watched the last episode, you know that things have gone a little crazy in my war against the Hittites because of the sheer number of units that they have, which pretty much always seems to happen on 8 continents, especially with the recent patches. But we're in this losing battle at the moment, just trying to kind of draw it out as long as possible. I sorted out, and they kept reinforcing with units, and they eventually ground me down, basically. So I'm just trying to hold them here as long as I possibly can. Since this crossbow's in my city, I do need to take it out so it can go for my flag. Yeah. Probably going to lose this to another crossbowman, like that one right there, but I'm going to take any opportunity I can to kill their units. Apparently they have a flag, somehow. That doesn't make sense. Alright, well, gonna take them a little bit to come back into my territory, so let's pull my units back a bit. Yeah, just gonna keep ending round. Alright, works for me. So, I'm going straight into gunpowder warfare for what is hopefully obvious reasons. And if you haven't watched the previous episodes, just to catch you up a little bit, I went from the Phoenicians into the Carthaginians into the Norsemen, and typically what you would take after that is the Dutch, but I really need some offensive power here, so I did decide to go for the Spanish in this case. I need them, no doubt about it. So I got a scout here. Let's disband you. So these crossbows will make for good upgrades to arquebuses once I've unlocked that tech. And I do have one saltpeter right there, which will work out for me nicely. I do want a few cathedrals, I think. Yeah. So let's get a couple of these in our cities. This cathedral is kind of something that I don't feel like I need to build in every single territory most of the time. Just nice to have one or two of them. Just to make sure you're keeping up on faith. Let's see what they do here. They seem very intent on defending this flag that shouldn't really be there. Because I didn't sortie, and I have my own flag right here. So this is very bizarre. Very strange behavior. I want science investing for sure. Give me that extra science. Alright. We are... Okay, I'm going to deprioritize the apothecary. I have enough stability to support these research quarters. And I need to continue upping my research, since it is fairly slow at the moment. The Juston would have been a good pick as well, for reasons I talked about. After gunpowder warfare, we're going centralized power into patronage. Hopefully get my outputs on track. Alright, let's start sending units down. I feel like it's faster to take the ocean here. I do have longships because I was the Norseman, and I do have the buff to naval movement speed because of their legacy traits right here, and the +2 combat strength on naval units, so it's pretty good. Can move fairly fast on the ocean. I did not manage to get Lighthouse, which would have been great this game, but it was already taken by the time I entered the classical era. I always forget about this. Yeah, I do not want to destroy Notre Dame. So I'll take the hit to my money. Something that would be nice to get are Carracks as well for the ranged combat effect, because I can use them as sort of fire support for my units. They're just shuffling this knight around. This is very odd AI behavior. Normally they'll sort of press the advantage in this sort of situation. But they're just not feeling it this time, I suppose. Alright. I want to make sure I have as many people working on science as possible. I do. I'm going to buy that research quarter. And after patronage, I need movable typeface, to be honest. I really need to take one of these cities in this war. Let's heal you. There we go, before they attack me again. Okay. If they attack me on the next turn, I will have reinforcements. So I did manage to save 2 of my units here, which is more than I was expecting. Yeah, we'll take the long way and just come up onto land there. It's too dangerous to try to get up on the docks here, I think. Let's see. They are still losing more support because I'm holding Hattusa. So I'm fairly happy with that. If I can manage to take Hattusa, that's really all I need. You just need a single foothold to really get rolling in this game on 8 continents. Let's see. Might need to invest in some science in Sidon as well. Need the high furnace for sure. Need to worry about stability again. Though I have the apothecary coming up, which will hopefully take care of that. Alright. Get you up on the land. These cogs are not very useful at the moment, unfortunately. Okay, and I can get my next tier. So Eschew Gluttony is probably the choice here. Yeah. I don't have any other reason. The extra movement speed on units and the reduced industry cost is pretty much better than everything else almost every time. So, gonna grab that. Let's pull those units in. So they are attacking me. They're just going right into a siege. Okay, I think we're roughly even, which means I have the advantage here because I'm the defender. In a city, at least. You do get a pretty sizable defensive benefit to cities. Interesting. Okay, this is an interesting battlefield. So they can't come around this way to attack me, which is good. Make sure my crossbows are kind of up here. We'll need them. Now, this is obviously a very weak part of the city because of the amount of high ground that's around it. Definitely want to remedy that if I manage to take the city. Maybe we can plop a garrison right there or something. It is possible I lose this unit right out of the gate, but we will see. Okay. So, I can bring these guys in too. That's very useful. Alright, so obviously you need to pull these swordsmen out. So let's get them back to there. Or not. Okay, there we go. Now, how far can these guys move? Whoops. Not quite far enough. So let's cycle that guy there. We're going to use these crossbows on those great swords. And something I can do is, they can't get over here, I don't think. Oh wait, yes they can. The battlefield seems to have expanded somehow. That's fine. Alright. And more great swords. Really just want to let them attack me, if at all possible. I have no reason to go after them. There we go. And that's everyone. Alright, let's end the turn. Or end the round, I should say. The AI is probably raging now about where all the enemy units are coming from. If they had a human mind. I certainly would. Where's this player getting all of his units? I've killed so many already. I think we are finally going to be stable on units after this fight, because I can pay to heal a bunch of my units up. Did lose one there, that's fine. this is a very difficult one to hold, a very difficult spot. But after this fight, I think I've ground them down enough. I've killed so many of their units at this point. It's almost impossible. They still have more to throw into the meat grinder. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and knock those pikemen out. But we'll see. The AI always managed to surprise me with how many units they produce, but I'll probably end up paying to heal some units after this fight and try to go straight in on the next city, because I really need to knock out their production capabilities. That's how you win wars, obviously. Logistics, rather than battles. Well, 3 shots on the horsemen there. And they're just leaving their crossbows out here for some reason. So let's go kill them. And we're going to claim the high ground here in case these knights come out. Go up here to shoot them. Go right here. Now, obviously, great sword's not quite as effective against knights as pikemen, but they do have a higher base combat strength than pikemen do, so I should be fine. Yeah. Come down here to shoot the knights. I think I should be able to kill them this turn if I play this correctly. I'm gonna be so sad if they don't die. There we go. Very nice. Alright. So, crossbows. Okay, I do not have saltpeter yet, so let's grab that. Just gonna buy that. So the crossbows I can upgrade to the arquebuses now. How many do I have? Okay, I need to wait till the next turn to get those. But I'm gonna go straight in on the next city. Try to claim that, capture that, knock their production offline, and hopefully that'll be the end of the war with the Ascended Hittites. Okay. Do need more money in here as well. My money production's not great. It's okay. 600 per turn is not bad, considering the only true merchant culture I really picked is Phoenicians. Carthage is kind of a merchant culture, but, not really. Okay, let's upgrade you. I have some low health units, but that's okay. We want to attack from up here, I think. I have literally 1 gold right now. And if I take that city, they'll get knocked out of the war on the next turn, I think, and I'll finally be able to claim some stuff. Okay. So let's make sure I can use my ranged units right at the start, and then we can move these other units up later. I don't need to get into the city on the first round of combat. That's unnecessary. Whoops. And make sure you're all in a position to reinforce. There we go. Alright. We'll move them in front like that. And we'll let the peasants come out to attack me. Now, just in case they reinforce with something, I am going to cover the rear of my crossbows. In case something comes in on this side of the battlefield and just totally destroys me. Okay, you can get into the city right there. There we go. They do have a ship, but I can just take the flag, so... Alright. Yeah, let's just knock these guys out. I'm gonna go in after, just, go straight in on the flag, really. I don't want to ditz around with killing all these units if I don't have to. Can't really use these other units at the moment. So I'm going to move the arquebus straight up, and they'll probably attack it on the next round, which is totally fine. I'll just shoot them back. Okay, sure. Well, there's my flag. Let's shoot you. It's the last peasant. Don't need to do anything about the ship. I have the flag already. So Nessa is finally ours. Turn 142. And they are finally knocked out of the war. Okay, war resolution. We want their main cities. We want both of them, really. And then we want this territory here, I think. You know, it'd be great to control everything else, but I need the outputs that their core cities are providing. So what's that? Axolotl. Anything else I can claim with 38 war score? It doesn't look like it. So I'm just going to get some money as reparation as well. That's totally fine. I'm not going to have as many luxuries as I would normally like. But I will take that. And we are going to just immediately, you know, try to continue to conquer all their stuff. And this way, you know, we did get control of some wonders, at least one. Yeah, we have the Statue of Zeus. I thought that was Temple of Artemis for a second. Statue of Zeus is not bad, though. I will take it. Let's upgrade those crossbows. And I can combine these into the other armies here. Alright. Okay, well, that was quite the ordeal. But we are at our city cap again. So that's good. And let's see what we've got going on. Minus 672 food somehow. Seriously, how did the AI support 42 population off 4 farmers and a harbor? They don't have anything in these other areas, really. Oh, AI hack's too strong, I guess. Definitely going to want to start competing for faith over here. Don't know how I'm at max stability on that city. Could build my conquistadors here. At some point I might absorb these two into each other, but that's not necessary yet. Let's get this core infrastructure that the AI don't have. Okay. Kind of too bad I had to take the Spanish this run. No, I don't want that. But I did really need the effects the Spanish provide. I would have preferred to take the Dutch for the money output, considering all the harbors that I have, but the growth offers a lot of flexibility. Don't feel like you need to stay locked into one, you know, particular strategy when you go after growth. 19 food, yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna get a granary here and put some folks on food. More efficient than trying to build more quarters to try to maintain all those people. Okay. Alright, we're doing okay. We are A-okay. Okay, so, crises. They will not refuse my demands because I have significantly higher, I guess you could call it like a military score than they do at the moment. My military is quite a bit stronger than theirs considering how many units I've killed. So I know they're not going to refuse my demands or declare war immediately. Now the beauty about attacking knights like this is that you don't actually have to take any damage, because they can't attack your walls. go. Wait. How am I only at... I feel like the it didn't update here. Didn't update properly, the expansionist stars. Yeah, there we go. Sometimes expansionist stars don't update, so you have to either absorb a territory or detach a territory in order to get it to work. It can already go up to the next era. There's really no reason to do that yet. Still got a little ways till patronage. Hopefully the AI haven't stolen any of my manufactories yet. Doesn't look like it. Okay. So, Hattusa. You are going to build me an army of conquistadores. We are going to go absolutely ham in our next conflict here. And down here, actually, pretty good infrastructure for the AI, honestly. Don't want to give up the science that's producing. Let's put a cathedral down there. Want to compete for religion down here. The more followers I can get, the better. Want to get up to the next tier of tenet. And Hattusa, you need a alchemist workshop too. Actually, the AI have a lot of infrastructure for once. Finally have slaves. We'll go for... I do have a few garrisons. Actually, I don't need it yet. I don't have enough garrisons to make that worth it. I only have a handful. And let's... Byzantines have fallen. Interesting. To whom? Black, probably. They are in the fame lead. Thankfully, they are attackable. Who are they? They're the Haudenosaunee. That makes sense. The growth AI tend to do really well, is what I've noticed. The ones that focus on agrarian cultures tend to do the best. Unless there's like a militarist that just super snowballs out of control, which does happen sometimes. At least, you know, compared to the AI, not for the player, typically. Minus 378 food. Okay, AI. No cheats here. Let's see. We do have a small navy. Should be good enough, but I will want some ranged units if I need to attack black. I do need to go after them at some point, considering their current position. I could go up to the next era, but I really need to play catch up on fame for a little bit. Two turns till patronage. I'm gonna have my cogs come up here. I don't need them down here anymore. I have a land foothold, and that is more than enough. And let's drop an obelisk in Carthage for the stability benefits. We'll put it like right out there. That'll look nice. Do it for the aesthetics. Just buy that high furnace. And Great Fish Market, yes. Taxation Office, yes. Do you think we need some more industry in the city, though? Don't really want to lose that food. So let's drop one right there. Nessa, let's see. You're still running out of food. Let's get you artificial reservoirs. Looks like you have all your harbors already. How many makers' quarters? You have a lot of makers' quarters. Then we can start working on some research quarters, because I need to start really catching up on science. Pretty far behind on science for being turn 150, but just in general, the pace of 8 continents is going to be slower because you have fewer cities, which means you have fewer outputs. Do I have a trade agreement with Black? I do. Okay. Can finally build manufactories. Definitely want a manufactory in here where I have some commercial districts. That was the dye, right? Yeah, it was. Okay. Okay, ebony. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, the Haudenosaunee have papyrus already. And how about in Hattusa? Obsidian. Just gonna buy that straight out. Down in Nessa, nothing I can get at the moment. It's fine. Could reduce. Let's see. I want that plus 30 war support when declaring war, I think. Reducing the amount of a resource I need isn't going to benefit me in this situation. Get the Inventor's Workshop going. Need that in Carthage as well. There we go. I think I lost access to some luxuries somewhere. Let's see. They have dye. There's no known path. Okay, fine. I was going to buy the dye because that would increase the benefit of my manufactory by an additional 5%. They're still building the Hittite emblematic unit. It's turn 152, my dude. Come on. All right. Minus 134 food. Excellent. We'll let that creep up a little bit, and then we'll declare war again. Get the Inventor's Workshop. Definitely going to tool both of these cities for science. I need more science output. Might make for a French pick in the next era. We'll see. I'm really not sure who I want. I think the Germans might be interesting. Particularly since I have the Stormborn trait. I could have some really, really strong units. And I don't think they fixed the bug where that applies to ground units either. So it would be interesting to have some hypercharged units. But another thing with the Germans, though, is I do have quite a few pops, and +1 industry per population would do a fair bit for me. What are the other options, though? I mean, the Mexicans, a lot of food. I don't think I need more food. Siamese are honestly amazing. I find it difficult not to pick the Siamese almost every run. Just because like they get a lot of just industry straight out the gate because of Gilded Orchids. And the floating market really helps you up your gold income. It's really good. But we'll see. We're not there yet. Okay, Byblos. Let's get a playhouse. 34 food right there is honestly really good, so I'm going to take that. Same with 37 production, to be honest. They'll cancel each other out a little bit because I'm placing them both on rivers, but it's fine. Alright. So, yeah, we'll wait one turn and then we'll go for a war deck. There's going to be a surprise war, I think, at this level. We'll wait till I can do a proper war declaration. I'm kind of in a rush, but I'm not, like, super in a rush, if you know what I mean. I can afford to wait at least a few turns. Okay, I have enough stability for some more research quarters. So let's get those. I will need more industry at some point, though. I'm going to buy that research quarter. I'm going to get that maker's quarter, and we just unlocked some more science infrastructure. So, both of these are very good infrastructures. I want those in both Byblos and Carthage. Okay, set on. Artistic expression. Don't need to take any of those. I usually use artistic expression to move along an axis if I need to do that. See, chartered bank. Can go for 3-masted ship for the caravel and pick up naval artillery. Honestly, I think I just go for Flintlock. Though getting chartered companies, I mean, I can't build this infrastructure at the moment because I don't have access to those strategics. So I think I could go for Flintlock specifically to get the Man of War. But again, I don't have strategics for that either, so we'll see. Okay. Getting close to being able to declare a regular war on the Hittites. Let's see. That doesn't change my axis at all. Plus 25% faith is pretty good. And I still haven't built Topkapi yet. Probably do that in my capital. It is running a little low on stability. Let's do that. Finish the playhouse and build Topkapi Palace. Oh, I did not build the dye manufactory. I am dumb. Good thing I noticed that. I'm going to put everyone on that. Just crank that out as fast as possible. Okay. And how are we doing here? Okay, I can do a regular war. Going to give a little save here, and we are going to try to crush the remnants of the Hittites. Whoops. Wrong people. There we go. So let's declare yet another war. And they're going to randomly run around with their units like they always do. And really, I mean, I think they must have detached a city or something. These two cities are pretty new, so they're not that vital. I'm more interested in their older cities. So I'm going to send 2 units down there. And we'll use these guys to attack the city here. Okay, they're attacking me, sure. They're on high ground there, they're defending the city, that's fine. So the nice thing about conquistadores is that unlike the normal, unlike the normal arquebusiers, they are able to shoot and move. So it makes them quite a bit more combat effective than normal gunpowder units for the era. And you can see I have 54 combat strength on my conquistadores, which is insane. And you can also see that the bug is still there. I'm getting +2 combat strength from Stormborn, which is from the Norsemen, which is supposed to give +2 combat strength on naval units. It currently applies to everything. Oh, they managed to kill one of my units somehow by ramming a bunch of peasants into it, like usual, which is super annoying and gets really old. Because, yeah, I've ranted about them enough in my other videos. Whatever. No big deal. You can always just build more. And, okay, that's one city. You're just waiting a turn. Non-aggression pact with the Poles. Yeah, I hate fighting the Poles. They're super annoying. They're an AI culture, really. Okay. Just gonna let these guys defend that city. I don't really need them to attack up here. Okay, they have their own gunpowder units now. It's weird. Okay, so gunpowder unit here, where they have ability to shoot people, and we'll just break in with my giant mass of greatswords. Actually, I don't really need to attack, to be honest. They'll come to me. And up here, take the city out. Nice. Get up on the high ground. Okay, and that'll be that city, since I've knocked out all their units already. There we go. And down here. Just gonna let them attack me so I take minimum damage. There we go. This city seems like it has a lot of stuff, honestly. I think I'll probably keep that. Yeah. I'm gonna have to probably burn down these two, maybe. Oh, they've got some weird attachments going on here. Where's their administrative center? It's right there. I'm gonna let my conquistadores do it, because they have this El Dorado trait, so they get additional money from ransacking. Okay, this is a strange decision on the part of the AI. Let's get my great swords up here. Okay. Let's kill those, because that suppression effect is super annoying. I want to make sure they don't just slam a bunch of units into these arquebuses and kill it, so I'm going to protect them from the flank. And can shoot the great swords there, knock them out, and yeah, we'll send them up there to deal with that guy. This is not a difficult fight, thankfully. Take care of these ones. Alright. So just those 2 units left. Alright, no losses. And no, we do not want that. Civic, thank you. They should lose this war pretty fast here. Yeah. Really like to pillage that before the war's over. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Okay. Oh, come on. Kill those horsemen. There we go. Easy. See if you can pillage this. 2 turns. Get quite a bit of money from that, thanks to the NOS that I have. Alright. Well, it looks like I'm not going to finish the pillage. Okay. Okay, I do want that city, and I want the thing attached to it, and I want Sham, and I want that. Can't claim that, apparently. Well, that's everything I can claim, so I'm just going to take it all. And just like that, Brown is out of the game. They were basically out of the game earlier, too, but now they're truly out of the game. I think I raised both of these. And sort of refound them. I can definitely cram another city in here, but I want to refound them with proper infrastructure, you know? Okay, I don't need to pillage that anymore. This city I can keep, I think. This is developed enough in terms of districts and all that, that I'm not concerned about it as much. And I should have access to a few more manufactories now as well. Okay. Yeah, we need to pillage this. This is a very bizarre territory, but I think I end up attaching it to Nessa here, just because there's a bunch of districts down there. So I'll get proper adjacencies in that city. Let's get... Actually, I want my salt manufactory up here, I think. I know I have salt. There it is. So I want the salt manufactory in my core territory. And then anything that I can only build down here is what I'll build down here. Yeah, sage right there will do me just fine. Okay, let's get the sage manufactory. You're going to pillage that. You're going to pillage that. I'm going to come down there and just hang out. Hatusa, let's get you a little more faith generation. I want to make sure my faith is relatively secure on this continent to the extent that I'm able to do that. It doesn't matter what you work on, you're being pillaged. And let's see, bountiful, patriotic. Honestly, I might produce some more military soon, though I am pretty close to moving towards the wrong part of this axis, so let's move back towards liberty. And just making sure I didn't miss any core things that I need in these cities. Honestly, I need like all of these. Okay. We're gonna need a harbor in here. Does this have a harbor? It does not. Oh. Yeah, right there's fine. Out up here. You get a lot of food from those harbors. Just found that city right there. 8 food, probably not worth it, to be honest. Ah, I see, this is a different territory. I was not paying that close of attention, I see. So let's put those together. Oh, too much. We are going to need more stability. So let's get the apothecary. I'm going to go on expert policy here on science. And we'll pick up a garrison. Right down there should be fine. And now it is time for meditate often. So I'm going to have some truly supercharged units. Fundamental values. We could go for the reduced garrison cost, or we could go for the reduced commons quarter cost. I feel like I'm really using the garrisons more this run. I am going to sacrifice influence production for that, but let's see. Which tech was it again? Fundamental values. Let's get the garrison industry cost, and then we can use artistic expression to get back along the order axis, or the liberty axis, I mean. I refuse that demand because when there are active demands, it kind of impedes your ability to trade. Though I do have the civic that allows me to trade at war, so maybe that affects when there are ongoing demands as well. That would not surprise me if it works like that. Anyway, okay, so we're going to need to figure out stability here. Okay, by the university. Let's get the garrison, attach that. Okay, that should be fine. Then we'll get a couple more garrisons in here, and eventually we'll unlock some tech that'll let us get even more stability on garrisons. Trade everything with the Poles. I mean, do I have enough strategics to build everything? I think I do. Yeah, I have no reason to trade strategics with the Poles. It doesn't give me access to anything I don't already have. We are going to want 3-masted ship, because we'll probably found another city here with more updated infrastructure. In the meantime, I think these are research quarters, so let's attach that. I don't think I need to worry about faith too much on this continent at this point. I've built a few cathedrals. That's all I'm really worried about. I'm more worried about my outputs now. Who went up as who? The Zulu, okay. Black is the Zulu. Well, this could be a very interesting industrial with Black as the Zulu. They're going to have some pretty powerful units. British could be interesting too. I am liking the look of the Germans. Italians would be good if I had gone for more Commons Quarter focused. I do like the Italians a lot. They're a good culture, especially with the Alpini. Siamese, though, are also very appealing to me at the moment. All right. Do we care about green that much? Here, let's see if we can get... Okay, I'm going to renounce that. Because green, I mean, they're behind me, but they're likely to stay behind me. They're not being very aggressive. They're still the Umayyads in the early modern, so they're going to fall behind on outputs because they don't have more up-to-date stuff. So I'm going to see if I can get some treaties with them. Okay, they don't want a non-aggression pact. That's fine. I could declare war on them and capture some more cities. But I think black is really who I need to go after here. It's very unlikely they come attack me, so I think I'm going to start repositioning my units to go after black at some point in the near future. Particularly with all the buffs I'm going to be getting, and particularly if I pick up Germany in the next era. I could be very dangerous for the AI. Okay, I said expert policy, didn't I? There we go. That's much better. Okay. Expert policy. I'll put people on industry first. Nothing wrong with a little faith there. And then, yeah, let's get a few more research quarters, I think. And then we can crank out some of that science infrastructure. Really want to focus hard on science, particularly since I'm not going for a scientist culture. So you have to kind of go all in on it. And up here we can continue producing stuff to make a lot of money. Okay, so end the turn. Trade route blocked. Now. Okay, so there's Flintlock. So that means we can start upgrading units. However, it may be worth it to just wait until line infantry. I haven't decided yet. I think I probably don't attack the Zulu until I have line infantry. Okay. I forgot these guys declared war on me ages ago, but they had no way to get to me. So thanks for the free money. And sure, let's sign a non-aggression. Let's trade. And give me all your gemstones. Very expensive gemstones. But it's worth it. Okay. And over here, continue moving. I think we're almost set to go to the industrial. Can definitely get the third scientist star. Close on the aesthete stars. Close on the second builder star. Got a fair bit of fame that we can still pick up, but we're close to getting all of it. So let's see, where are you going? Probably just line them up along the border here where I can upgrade them, and then, you know, when I'm ready, just move them out immediately. I can't remember what the cog upgrades into. It's not something I typically have very many of. I am going to want to build some men of war, though. Let's pick up chartered companies. That'll give me some science and money options. And 2 more techs, 1 more turn for the merchant star. Yeah, getting close. I'm gonna go ahead and attach. Oh, there's an army there. Okay, if you could go away, please, so I can attach. I kind of think it was a weird change for them to not allow players to attach if there's an army in that territory. I don't know. Especially when it's a navy, it just feels kind of weird. We'll probably pick that up soon to move back along the Liberty. Be a few turns, though. I'm not generating a ton of influence. Okay, that's a 3-star Agrarian, which is not too shabby. Whatever. We will let them pillage my stupid harbor. And then leave, and then we'll just attach it. It'll be fine. Okay, Nessa. Let's pick up the City Watch for that stability on garrisons. Faith-wise, seems we're doing just fine down here. Industry, could use some more, honestly. I like to use like 500 industry as a benchmark by the end of the early modern. Science per population is good in here. Honestly, it's good in most of my cities. But particularly cities that have modifiers to their science output. Sometimes the AI just like totally mismanages how things are assigned. Like you have 2 open slots and they're the priority assignment. It's bizarre. Okay. We'll grab naval artillery for that +1 slots. You don't really care about the rest of this stuff that much. Just buying time until we get some Aerostars here, specifically the Scientist Star. And once we get that Scientist Star, we're going to go up to Industrial. We could grab flood irrigation here, but there's really no need. Let's get some of this infrastructure. We can grab the Apothecary as well. And definitely encourage. Okay, there we go. There's my Scientist Star. 11.3k fame. It's not too bad. I mean, 250 fame if I wanted to stay for 11 more districts. I think that's going to take too long, honestly. So we'll go up to the next era. Start on a Maker's Quarter there. And as far as options, British could be interesting. I played them recently. French would be good. The Germans would be good. Italians, I haven't really leaned on Commons Quarters, so I've gone more for garrisons. They could be decent, but I don't need them this run. I have enough food as it is. Russians, no. So I really think my choices here are the Siamese, and they're going to generate me a lot of money and a lot of industry, or the Germans. I have to be aware on the coking works of that, +10 pollution. But the main thing is that the iron ordnance and this kind of stuff, it's all kind of bugged, so it works on units as well. Just regular old units and not just like naval and air units. So it's a very appealing option because I get some from the Spanish trait, I get some from the bugged Norseman trait, so I could really have some supercharged units. Persians aren't as appealing to me this game. Now, extra industry and extra money, though, is really hard to say no to. Because I feel like my units are probably strong enough already. Especially once I start upgrading them to line infantry. Decisions. I really like the floating market in this situation. Because I have a lot of population, right? And a lot of coastal tiles. So I think we're going to go up as the Siamese, as much fun as it would be to take the Germans here. So let's pick the Siamese. Select tech, mercantilism, and turn 175, perfect place to end the episode. So thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one for the industrial.